I realize I gotta be myself. That's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself. That's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Stormiana, and I am back with another lit video. Before we get started in today's video, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, turn on your post notifications. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social medias listed in the description box down below. Wow, it's been a minute since I've actually sat on camera to talk to you guys. Lately, I've been on live, I've been on Instagram, I've been everywhere but face to face with you guys, and because of good news that I'm going to share with you, before I get into good news, I'm going to share with you, hold on, before, I decided to do this video. Oh my gosh, I decided to do this video because I just got some really good news yesterday that I'm going to share with you guys today. That's what I was trying to get out. So I miss you guys. I want to thank you. Firstly, I don't think I've actually thanked you guys on camera. If I can remember, I don't think I've thanked you guys on camera for 1,000 subscribers. We've hit that milestone. We're going to be talking about the giveaway in this video, so stay tuned. Stay all the way to the end of the video for that. We're going to be talking about my plans, my goals, what's been going on, how I've been feeling. I'm just going to tell you guys where I've been at, okay? So, I think the last time we actually probably left off, quote me if I'm wrong, you know you can, I was telling you guys about my CNA exams. So I passed the skills exam. I believe I told you guys that. And I passed my written exam. I failed my skills the first time. I have tried to take it twice since then. You only have 3 times to do your skills, or 3 times to fail either one, and then you have to retake a whole nother CNA course. Yes. Am I worried about that? No. However, I've tried to take it 3 times since then. 2 times it was canceled. One just recently, being on the 25th, 24th, something like that. This past Tuesday, it was canceled. Another time before that, it was also canceled of no fault of my own. However, I had to reschedule it. So it's now scheduled for October 1st. So that's the good thing, that it's still close, because right now it is September 25th. Another announcement, we have 4 days until Mila's birthday. So, I believe that's going to be the last couple of vlogs for, the day or the month before we hop into Vlogtober. So yes, I am doing Vlogtober. But let me also tell you guys where I've been at. So even before the skills and all of that happening, I've been feeling really down. Like, I don't want to say depressed, but definitely not progressive in my life. And when I don't feel progress going in my life and in the direction that I think it should be going, I do get down. I do get sad. I do get depressed, and I do kind of withdraw back. And that leaves me time to think about a lot of things. Things that, I'm just a little unsure about. I have to, put into perspective, what my next goal is. What my next plan is as I'm entering a new chapter into my life. And as I said this on live, I feel like every time you enter into a new chapter in life, you have to start from level 1. My problem is when I enter into a new chapter, because I feel like I've been through enough. I should just be at level 2 at least. Like, it would be nice if I can just end up at level 3, but that's not really how life works. And I'm coming to terms, not specifically coming to terms with that, but I'm coming to terms into being more patient and to be more patient with things that I cannot control. However, y'all know me. Sometimes I just can't take no for an answer in certain aspects, okay? Nothing weird, okay? So there's certain things I just will not take no for an answer, meaning I will work myself to the bone to make something happen that I know needs to happen. So right now, I am working. You know, I am doing, you know, I am working, and you know, while that's good, it can be better. Okay, I've never claimed to be the richest, excuse me, or anything like that, but I do get money. Like I'm always, you know, get money is nothing hard for me to do, right? Um, but you guys know I've wanted to move into Atlanta for a long time now, and yeah, it has to happen this year. Right now, I'm on a month-to-month lease with my landlord. So you know, in that aspect, I can move just about whenever I want to, as long as I give ample notice. The problem is I'm not going to be able to give the notice that they want, but I'm able to give a good enough notice. Also, the problem that I've been having with moving is that I have a shared debt from the apartment with my ex, the one that I spoke about, the only one that I'm married to. Okay, I want y'all to be clear. Even though y'all have seen about at least 3 women on this channel, there's only one that is actually my ex. Okay, all right, and she's not even my ex yet because we're not divorced yet. So that shared debt is actually putting a hold on me moving until the good news that I got yesterday. So I've been looking around for apartments. I've been calling. I do have a job offer that is being held for me in Atlanta. Okay, a job offer that is being held for me in Atlanta that is paying more. Now, do I care to actually be in Atlanta? No. Do I care for the city? Not specifically. I actually like the country life. I like that it's quiet, it's not too busy. Like, I like that. However, I can't make the money that I want to make and that I need to make here. So I have to leave. That also puts a problem with the kids. You know, I'm already limited on resources and help here. So I think I'll have no help in Atlanta. So, you know, here's 2 options. You know, well, 2 things that I've also thought about before this move. Mila, she's now in kindergarten. She's been made, you know, new friends now. She is in love with her teacher. She loves the school. She doesn't want to move. I understand. Things have to happen, you know, and it's just, like I said, it's life. And even though I know she's 5, almost 6, she's not going to understand it. But there are things that I need to do as a mom to get her comfortable with the move. My kids are actually used to moving. We always are moving somewhere. And we're always traveling too. So I think it's more or less the emotional attachment for her. So there's things that I have to do to get her prepared for this move. The first thing, another thing is, you know, Journey as far as daycare. So Journey's actually been with me since Mila started kindergarten, because she just wasn't having a good time adjusting to her sister not being with her. You know, daycares they've been in together, they are very close, and Journey has just, I want to say, been acting out, but I don't want to say it, but she has. You know, she hasn't been able to completely adjust yet to her sister being gone. Like, even when we drop her off at school, by the time we get home and, you know, time for us to go to work, you know, time for me and my classes, I do take her with me, and she's like, where's Mila? Where's Mila? I love her. I love her. I love my sister. I miss her. And I understand. She misses her. And she's, you know, she's having a little separation anxiety from that. So that is also going to be an issue as far as daycare. You know, because she won't be in a daycare with Mila, and she won't see Mila until probably after school, until it's time for me to come get them. You know, so that's that there. But again, I am willing to make this work. However, I actually need to make it work because of that specifically. Okay, so you know, there's a lot of things I have to think about with this move. So like I said, back to, here's the issues that I've actually been having, which has caused me to back away from being on YouTube. The shared debt, that's causing issues with housing because nobody wants to accept that. Even though my credit is fine, my actual renter's insurance besides that one place is fine. And unfortunately, while I wanted to stay and save that place, because that shared debt is causing a hiccup, I've tried to find alternative routes, you know, private landlords and all types of stuff. I haven't applied, but I've just been calling just to see, and I don't want to waste money while doing so. Here's the good news that I got yesterday. I actually called a second chance place company inside of Atlanta that services the areas that I want to move into, and they're a really good price, has very good reviews and very reputable, and they can help me get into a place. Yes, I do plan on paying down that debt, but right now I feel like I'm in a kind of close time zone because the job is only being held for me until the end of the year. Because I've been in contact, I've made sure they know, like, hey, they canceled this, they canceled that, like, I have to go back, and, you know, it's a lot. On top of that, Piedmont in Atlanta is hiring for PCT. The place where I went to go get my CNA exam, you guys watched that whole series. It was 2.5-hour drive. Up and back. Longer because of traffic. I don't feel like that. Okay? I don't feel like that. So, being closer to that puts me at an opportunity to get more education faster, you know, since it's only free. I do have some help out there. The kids' godmom is actually closer out that way for me, you know, to get the help that I need. And money talks and money walks. Money makes people walk, jump, skip, and some more stuff. Okay, so I do have a plan, but according to the lady at the second chance apartment, she was like, you know, she did my application, and right now I'm just kind of waiting to actually pay the fee for them to send me the apartments. When she looked at my stuff, she was like, you have pretty good credit. Like, your credit is really, really good. She was like, well, what do you need me for? It's because I have, you know, I don't have any evictions, but I do have that debt. However, also, because I'm still married, I'm not going to be actually legally taking care of the debt. Like, I'm going to pay on it, right? But that's not, you know, that's not happening at the very moment. One second. Okay. So, what happens with that, with the, you know, the shirt, that it's actually $6,000 in total. Okay, a little over, like over $6,000 in total. Okay. With that being said, when I actually am ready to start my divorce process, right now, at first, you know, I told you guys, like, I contacted a lawyer. They told me what the price was, and then the price was too high, or I thought was too high and wasn't worth it. And then I got the paperwork printed out, and the paperwork is over 100 pages long, and I am not in law at all. Okay, well, I know some small things in law. I am not a lawyer. Okay, so I decided I might as well just go ahead and pay the lawyer. Right, so I'm waiting for a couple things to happen. My skills exam is on October 1st. Right, I should probably be able to see my license within that week and start working. You know, once I actually pass it, I'll apply to the actual job. Like, I still do have to put in the application, and I'll, you know, call the person who is holding the job for me and like, hey, I passed. I don't see my license yet, but I did put an application in, you know, and, you know, hopefully I start working within that week. By October 10th, you know, granted that hopefully I'm working, yes, I will be having to do that commute. It's actually only 2 hours from here, but yeah. But hopefully by the 10th, I'll be putting in my application. I'll be paying my fee for the second chance apartments. And she said it takes about 2 weeks then. And in that time, I'm just going to be working and saving to move. You know, while I'm up there, probably like weekends, if I'm working weekends, I'll probably have the kids up there with their godmom, and I'll probably just be looking at apartments while I'm up there to see what I want, and then apply, and then hopefully get in by November 1st. My divorce. What I'm waiting for specifically is for my income tax to come. Yes, y'all, still no income tax money. Big thing with that, and I'll get into that in a different video when it's, you know, when I actually get it and when I start to put it into play. The divorce is $900 first. Then 30 days after that, it's another $900, and then whatever my filing fee is. My filing fee, I believe, is $2 something. For non-contestant, but I think it's actually $135, give or take, something like that. And I'm really waiting for that specifically. You know, just so I'm not trying to break my neck while I'm trying to save, and I still gotta pay bills here and then do the divorce. Like, I don't want to jam myself up and cram myself up like that. So while I know it's a lot, and I still gotta change for my little school and all that type of stuff, I gotta get Journey into a daycare. I probably have to pay for that out of cash, and all of these things I'm actually hoping come sooner rather than later. And it's actually kind of a bummer because I was hoping that I would move by October 1st, because I wanted time in the house. I wanted time to, you know, be able to get ready for the holidays instead of moving in November and then having to crunch down for December. And all of these things I have been thinking about and have been running through my mind. Everything that I told you guys has been running through my mind at a constant 24/7 interval. You know, like, it's just going and going and going. And then I think about more stuff that could possibly go wrong. But then I'm thinking, you know, the news that I heard today or yesterday was the best news that I've heard in a minute. Okay? Like, it is the best news that I've heard in a really long time. At least a couple weeks. Like, at least 6 to 8 weeks is the best news that I heard. And I'm just sitting here like, I'm trying. Okay? Perks about being close to Atlanta. Everything is right there. Even with the traffic, everything is right there. Okay? I don't have to go on the other side of town or even into Alabama just to get something. You know, especially because a lot of things are closing down over here in Columbus. Jobs are terrible. Two of my neighbors actually moved into Atlanta like a few weeks ago, and it seemed abrupt because I didn't see them tossing out everything. It seemed like they just up and left. One of my other neighbors, he works, one of my neighbors, he told me, he was like, I was making $19.75 overnight. Okay. And then he's like, they dropped my pay down to $9 an hour. Excuse me. That's the stuff I'm talking about. The job market down here in Columbus is awful. So it just is better for me to move before it gets any worse. And I don't want it to get any worse than what is going right now. Am I okay right now? Like, technically, yes. Like, do I feel the best? Absolutely not. But I just feel like I have slight breathing room. Like, I can, but not, if that makes sense. Is that a good description for you guys? Everything just about on my vision board is done, and I can't wait to create another vision board. I can't wait to I'll probably do black this time. A black background with some cute stuff on it, just something different. I have so many goals and plans. Like, I have so many business ideas that I can start under $100. It's just, guys, this house is not, it's not a home anymore. It doesn't feel like home. It just feels like a house. The kids, if you see their blanket right there, they now sleep in my room full time. Nobody wants to be in their room. It's no space. They don't like the bunk beds anymore. Nobody is actually comfortable here anymore. It's just no space. And it's kind of funny how I say it's no space, even though I feel like we're rarely here. Like, it just doesn't feel, it doesn't feel homey. You know, like as much as I've tried to make it a home, it was fine at first, but now it's just like, and I think it's because, you know, I think it's specifically, I think it's more or less specifically just the area now. Like the area is getting a lot more rowdy. And if I'm going to be dealing with that, at least I can deal with it in a place that I'm making more money and that I have an opportunity to advance my life in. Down here is not the place. As far as the move, how do I plan to move? Light. When I say there's nothing, if the kids can't fit it anymore, or if they're close to outgrowing it, it's getting donated. Old things, stuff from exes, is getting donated. When I say 90% of this house is getting donated or trashed, I genuinely mean that. Everybody's probably going to leave with like a bag of stuff. Like beds are going, blankets are going, like a lot of stuff is going. Like we're going to be leaving with TVs, books, a printer, our electronics. That's really just basically about it. And I'm happy about that because I want to start over fresh, completely fresh. Every time I move, I have to move with a bunch of stuff. And I don't want to do it. Dressers, all of it is gone. The only thing that's probably going back to Chris, his desk, the chair, his recliner chair in the living room. Everything else is going away. And I'm pretty excited about it. Like, I'm pretty excited to sit here around the 10th. Once I actually pay that fee, I'm going to start trashing stuff. Okay? I'm going to start going through stuff, looking at what I don't want, mostly a lot of trash stuff, and I'm going to start getting rid of it. It has to go. It's of no use to me, so it might as well go. I don't use it. I don't need it. You know, I'm going to start donating stuff. I'm going to go through their clothes. You know, we changing seasons, even though, you know, Georgia's season is really like more rain and cold weather, but not snow and all that nonsense. So, you know, I'll be doing that super early, trashing out their room, you know, dropping off their dresser, all that, you know, type of stuff I'll be doing so that, you know, I can just feel better about knowing that this is happening, especially like really what I'm waiting for is that job offer. You know, even if I can get that offer letter, I'll be more inclined to go ahead and apply versus apply now. And I showed them the pay stubs that I have. Now, I'm not saying that they're bad, but I want to be open to a little more. And the next job is going to pay me a lot more. You know, what I got now is pretty good. It's been taking care of the home and extra stuff, right? However, I think it would just look better, at least if I have an offer letter that says what I'm going to make and what I'm going to have, if that makes sense. So, you know, the lady at the second home place said that I would be a very good candidate. And I love that because, you know, she said the only thing that would stop me is if I had a murder conviction, sex offender, abuse of children, and anything like that. And I do not. Okay, so I'm in there like swimwear, y'all. Like I'm in there for real, and I can't wait. I'm really excited. I can't wait for you guys. I can't wait to move and revamp my business and, you know, actually take you guys shopping with me. I can't wait to do all of that. I can't wait to get back into, you know, using my boards and stuff like that. Like, it's been March. March was the last time I actually updated, and I feel like that's where everything started going, like, for me. Like, not just even financially, just mentally, more or less. Like, more or less mentally, everything was just, like, going downhill for me. So, now I feel a little more stable and a little more calm and a little more willing. I'm excited. I can't wait. You know, we got some new stuff happening. I can't wait to show you guys all the vlogs. I can't wait to take you guys on the trip, you know, around with me to view these apartments. Like, first steps first. Let's talk about the steps. CNA skills exam. Pass it. Apply to new job. Reach out to person who is offering me said job. get into job probably within the first week or two of October. Get a job offer. Save up what I'm making now. And then once I start working, I should be able to get in really good and make something happen pretty good for me. And she said it's only a week to 2 week process at the most. She said they haven't went over 2 weeks unless somebody lied about their background, or see, some people like, oh, it was 15 years ago, it doesn't matter, it's still on your record, so because I don't have that issue, she said this process should only take 2 weeks for me. So hopefully by November, you guys are, when you see me, you're like, you're obviously going to be in this journey with me. When you see me, you're going to be like, oh my God, we're really moving. Yes. She said they do have 2 and 3 bedrooms available, and I would love a 3 bedroom because I really am serious about, these businesses that I'm ready to start, and I can't wait. So that's where I've been. Like, that's where I've been, just trying to move into a better opportunity of life. And gotta start from level 1. Yes, I am gonna pay down this debt. I got other debt I gotta pay down too from my personal self. Credit cards, really. Before y'all say, oh, all the credit cards you had, it's not that specifically. It's more or less like, it's still debt. Like, no matter if you're not able to pay it or if you are able to pay it, a credit card is still debt. You owe somebody that money. Like, it is a debt. So, handling that and getting that done, it's just like, once I actually start all this stuff, handle this divorce, hopefully I get better news on my taxes really, really soon, so that I won't even have to work as hard or, even pick up extra shifts just to make sure I can get this deposit in. Such is life. But we moving, we going along, and I can't wait to take you guys on this journey with me. Now, let's talk about the giveaway really, really quick because this video is about to end, okay? So, the giveaway. It's going to end October 31st, Halloween night, okay? And the winner should be announced either Halloween night or the 1st of November. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, and it's going to be a secret word on the poster that's going to tell you to comment something. The poster is right here. I want you guys to look at that. I'm going to post it on my community page. It's on my community page if you need to see it a little better. It's also going to be on my Instagram. And I can't wait. I'm excited. So thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, turn on post notifications, and don't forget to follow me on my social medias. It's in the description box below. I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Bye.
Baby, I'm talking crazy. I need you running my space, but I need it, baby. I'm late, but I still can check it.